welcome back to yet another FRW podcast episode. Last episode, we talked about all the tips and tricks for constructing a costume, and this episode, we thought we'd dig down a little deeper into the roots and provide a how-to first-time ravers guide to the galaxy. So today, we'll be giving you all of the intel of how to prepare for your first festival. You know, if you don't have a rave squad yet, how you can do all of that sort of thing. So we're going to start out with the essentials. What is in your Galaxy Toolkit?
Mike, why don't you start this one out?
Yes.
I would love to start this one out. It is essential if you are a bro, and I'm going to speak to the bros here for a second because you got to know yourself and know what you're coming to the table with. Here it goes. Bros, find yourself a nice lady to take care of all of the things.
To do everything for you.
Yes.
That you need.
Sounds about right.
to take care of the things that you're not so good at remembering, because
Like what,
it is nice to have someone there who's like, hey, babe, you need some sunscreen? Like, all right, yeah, I probably should have brought sunscreen, huh? Like, oh, my eyes are so dry. Like, oh, here, let me give you some eye drops. Like, oh, that's fantastic. And, you know, there are things that you just, outside of, you know, a protein shake and your headband and your bro tank, you're not really thinking about anything else.
Wow.
You're not.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, go back. Protein shake?
Yeah, you don't protein shake at the club?
More like
At a festival?
Pre-workout.
Yeah, you don't pre-workout before you work out?
Yeah.
Well, that explains a lot for all the bros like bouncing up and down when they get in.
Yeah, they're probably on some pre-workout
Pre-workout.
with other things, but like they're starting their day off with
No.
pre-workout.
If it's a bro, he's only on pre-workout. No. He's good. He's good. Yeah, he's on Jack 3D. There you go.
That's it.
So that's my
So Mike
start.
says bring a lady.
Yeah, depend on
Get a lady. that
Or it
does
could be a
for
guy.
you.
It could be your best friend. It's
Yes.
just somebody who, if you are
Who's
not,
emergency prepared.
if you are not, yeah, let's not get gender specific here, guys. It's 2018. You can, if you do not have the ability to like bring all the little stuff, you never really had to do that. You just kind of you're rugged. You just do you. It's nice every now and then to have like chapstick and be like, all right, babe, thanks. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't think you're gonna call your friend babe though, are you? I
No.
mean, maybe. It's 2018.
It's
so
2018. Well,
But thanks, dude.
yes.
Thanks, babe.
Yes.
Whatever.
So definitely, the fanny pack is a sacred thing. You really want to ritualize your fanny pack packing because those are the essentials. This is what is going to get you through the rave for the long haul. Because, you know, you don't burn yourself out and then be like, wow, I'm like really dried up in every area. Like I need to leave. I need to go back to the hotel. No, you want to rage all night.
Yeah.
So in my fanny pack, my Galaxy Toolkit, chapstick, definitely essential. Gum, definitely another one.
Yep.
Face mask in case it gets dusty because
Or
you don't want
bandana,
to
yep.
bandana. You don't want to be blowing out black boogers for the next week or like suffer from bronchitis. And definitely like Vicks Vapor Rub in case your nose gets stuffy. And side note for all of this, if you're going to an Insomniac event, it all has to be hermetically sealed or else they will not let you take it in unless you get, you know, creative. But also, hydration packs are crucial because you don't want to be carrying around a water bottle because you don't want to add to the clutter that's on the dance floor and, you know, drop it off somewhere. You don't want to have to go back to the hydration stations like 30 times a festival, you know. So if you have that hydration pack, stay on top of it. As far as booking a place to stay, what do you guys usually do?
I need to add to the festival essentials here because
okay,
I am
okay.
a rave mom.
Yes, rave
so
mom.
I think outside of the box. Toilet paper.
Oh,
Okay.
hand sanitizer.
Always
too.
bring toilet paper
A roll of
and
toilet
hand
paper?
sanitizer. No,
Or
just
just
like
ball it up.
ball it up, shove it in your backpack, shove it. You know, you don't need it at the beginning of the night.
No.
Or go to the bathroom right when you get there. Take toilet paper there. You know, never leave.
Oh, you're the reason there's never any toilet paper in there.
You know, I highly doubt I am the reason. I think that there are other people making messes in there that are really the reason. Definitely a phone charger.
Yes.
If you're taking a hydration pack, throw your phone charger in there because you never, like, you're always on your phone at the beginning and then your phone's dying by the end of the night when it gets good. So
yeah.
Phone charger, besides the eye drops and all the other things that you guys said, I am a huge fan of Boom Boom instead of Vicks. I'm super sensitive to dust and smoke, so I usually use that, like cover my face with a bandana and use my Boom Boom because I cannot get infections.
Now
I am not
explain what
allowed to
that
get
is.
sick. I have to be healthy. So, emergency beforehand and lots of water.
And Pedialyte.
Pedialyte for afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah, girl.
And what's that one pill? 5-HTP. That'll replenish all of your
you
brain
go.
function.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or like a nice little
Supplement
thing, recovery drink, something like that.
Yeah.
I never used to believe in that kind of stuff ever. I was always like, oh, you don't need recovery drinks, just
It
don't get
definitely-
hungover.
yeah.
But they actually
Help.
legitimately help.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Raveolution, we've sold that before and used that.
Yeah.
It's very nice. And then we also sell Rave Box as well. So they're like supplement
Supplements.
stacks.
Yeah, yeah.
I also want to jump back in on this for a second because I think I came in real strong with my like bro perspective, and now I want to like
Let's dial it back to
I want to give myself a little more variety, a little more range. We'll say
Okay.
that
Okay.
because I've also adopted the role of sort of like electronics, like videographer
Yes.
/ boyfriend, photographer. Y'all know what I'm saying.
Getting all the booty
Yeah.
pics.
He's the Instagram fiance.
Yeah, so
Just kidding.
it's funny when Alyssa said like at night it's when things really start to get good. Well, that also is inversely related to how things get really bad to film or take any photos. So it is really cool to have a portable LED light that you can just keep in your pocket and take it out.
Clip to your
clip to your
thing,
like to your
backpack or whatever, one that
backpack or
clips
belt
on.
loop. And yeah, I said belt loop. I'm that guy. So it's really nice because all of a sudden it lights up everything and you can take a really cool video.
Yeah.
And so if you're trying to like build your social media page or you have a brand that you're trying to build, it's really important to have good looking photos. And if you don't have good lighting, it makes it that much harder to stand out because nobody wants to sit there on their Instagram feed looking at some super dark dungy booty pic like
Or blurry.
or blurry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you,
dude,
you want to make it look nice.
Our LED light legitimately changed our photos.
Really?
Yeah, like at first we would do like the little our other people's phone flashlights, but it's not as good.
Well,
not as
it's
strong.
a good try.
Yeah, it's a good try. And
For
it's
sure.
if you ever see people
make
taking
do.
photos, I always help them out. At night when people are taking photos, I'm like, whoa, wait, what do you?
No.
Amateurs.
Yeah.
Let me get my phone out for you, or I'll carry the little light around and just turn it on for people, and they're like,
yeah.
"Oh my god, thank you!" Because you want to get good photos, you want to remember the times, and like that's such a simple
Definitely.
thing. To
90% of my photos and videos stay dead on my phone, but in theory, yes, I would like to look back at them and have like
We look back at them
be able
every
to
now
see
and
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
definitely.
other thing I was gonna say is a GoPro because
GoPro, yeah.
that's super essential and it makes it makes
Like
it really
recap
easy.
It makes
videos.
for
Yeah.
memories that
Yeah.
you'll always remember,
it's
but
easy.
never actually remember.
I would
Yeah, it's
also like to stress the importance of carabiner hooks.
Yeah.
So I always lose things like my keys or my phone. So if you get and I also carabiner my poi balls to my my fanny pack because I lost a poi ball at Camp Blognaw and my heart broke in half. So carabiner hooks, attach your keys to your hydration pack, attach any important items of that nature in case you're dancing really hard and your zipper comes down and things start poking out. If it's poking out, it's reinforced by the carabiner hook.
Yeah, totally. I love carabiners. They're bomb.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What else can we talk about? Ooh, and other fun things like lens balls and refractor goggles.
What is a lens ball?
It's like the spherical thing that flips things upside down for cameras. Have you seen that?
Oh no, I have not.
Makes for really cool pictures.
Interesting.
Really cool
Okay.
pictures.
Cool.
I actually have this one picture that I did a photo shoot for Flash Mob because I was a go-go dancer for them, and it's like a booty pic in the lens ball, and it does this really cool fisheye effect. So it looks really good for aesthetically pleasing photos.
Nice.
I feel like a picture of one of the stages at an Insomniac event, which I've never seen this done. I've never seen anyone bring a lens ball to a festival. I think that would look really awesome. Flip it upside down
The more
real
you
quick.
know.
Oh yeah. So first-time ravers, also, your squad is very important. Who you go with will make or break your experience.
Totally.
So if it's your first time, I definitely suggest going with people that have already done it before. They're veterans, you know, they can help you out when things get a little overwhelming or stressful. They can help you like map out where certain stages are. They'll definitely help you with your schedule because that's really important. You don't want to miss favorite artists. And I think it's always important to figure out where the medical tent is right away before it gets too saucy.
Yeah,
just
the
in
water
case.
tent,
And
like
the
where's
water
the free
tent.
water at, for sure. Bathrooms, where the bathrooms at.
Yeah, because once it's too sauced, once it's midway through the night, you're not going to be able very easily to track that stuff down. So it's like important. And it's also important, I believe, to designate a meetup spot with your friends that's very specific, not, oh, the green mushroom, because, you know, that's everywhere. You gotta be stage right of Bass Pod's second X back on the right side.
That's so funny. That's definitely true. I also think, speaking of the group and the people that you're going with, go with people you know and people that like the same music as you, or that you'll be comfortable leaving.
Yeah.
You know, and that it doesn't have somebody in the group that's like me.
Yeah.
Because if you're only on someone else's experience, you don't get to experience it the same yourself.
Definitely.
You know, the smaller group or the more like tight knit your group is, you all want to see the same people.
Yeah.
You all want to go to the same stages. You all care about the same things. Like, then it's great. That experience is great. But if you're going with people that you don't really know, or that one of you guys likes house and techno and the rest of you guys are like bass heads, and then
that makes for
like,
a very
shit, I didn't get to see who I wanted to see, or like, I didn't like the music I listened to all weekend, or like this person took me everywhere and I didn't get to go see anything I wanted to see. So knowing the group you're with.
On that note, I feel like if you find yourself saying this person took me everywhere, you should stop for a moment and be like, okay, I went everywhere. I chose to do that.
Yeah,
why am I not able to do?
Like,
hold. Pause. Why am I not able to do me and let them do them, and then be able to meet back up? What sort of judgment is holding me back from making that kind of move? Because I mean, I say that
dropping some knowledge bombs.
I mean, I say that in all sincerity because you're in control of your night. You could go with people that you know, or you could go with people that you don't know. At the end of the day, you're the one who gets to decide and control your happiness, and that's dependent on lots of factors, or it's dependent on no factors.
Yeah,
totally.
If you're super humble, you're stoked that you have like food, that you're alive, that you have access to water. If you like have a few more needs, maybe you need the DJ to drop the best set ever. Maybe you needed all of your friends to compliment you when they didn't. Maybe you need, you know, there's a different list of things that some people may need.
Yeah,
so know what you need, execute on it, get it done. You're in control of your life. Have a blast.
Yeah.
Create your own destiny.
Yeah.
There you go.
Some people don't feel empowered to do that though. You know, it's like
So
feel
empowered.
empowered. So basically, feel empowered to do what you want because it's your trip. So if you're unsatisfied at the end, make it your own.
Don't be afraid to be alone either.
Yeah, totally.
You know? You will find your friends again, and it'll be fine. If you want to go see Bass Pod and everyone wants to go to main stage, go do it.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to break off. And also, I would say don't be afraid to go to like things that you wouldn't normally do, like an art car, or which is like smaller stages that are really artistically inclined, that are usually smaller DJs, but sometimes they throw down the coolest sets.
And people are super stoked to be there and into it. Yeah. Going and having some time on your own is definitely a lot of fun, and it, you know, gives you this opportunity to just meet new people and, you know, chat people up, because a lot of people want to make friends there anyways, you know, as you're walking around, you're going to make new friends. You're going to be like, all right, see you guys later.
Yeah.
And then maybe you'll have friends for life or whatever. So for sure, not being afraid to go on your own is definitely a big one.
And I would say pacing yourself. When you get into the venue, especially like on the first day, don't go super, super ham, because the third day you're going to be dragging, and then that's usually when the best sets are. So I'd say really take care of yourself. Really eat a good meal before you go. Like, don't do none of this like, oh, it'll be fine, whatever.
Yeah, 'cause you don't want to pay $20 a meal anyways inside.
No. Shop at a grocery store beforehand. Get your stuff together. Make it really filling, so that you have fuel to fuel yourself. And, you know, when you want to sit down and take a break, take a break, you know?
Yeah.
Don't feel like you need to be out partying, enjoying every experience the whole time. Just go ahead, sit down, take your shoes off, relax.
I would say on that note as well, at least, especially if it's a multi-day festival, at least one of the days, you know, show up a little bit earlier. Get there, do your little walking around before there's anyone that you feel like you have to see.
Yeah.
Because then you can experience the festival for what it is instead of, you know, the DJs that, oh God, I'm in it, you know, 9 o'clock and I have to see this DJ, this, the whole entire rest of your night's planned. Give yourself some time to just explore, to not feel rushed, and to just check it out, take good pictures, find the places that, you know, you wouldn't normally see at festivals. There's all kinds of hidden, exciting things floating around these venues anyway.
Definitely.
So go find them.
Down the rabbit hole.
Yeah, exactly.
Something that I like to do, this is something that I've only really done like at recent festivals, and I think it's because we vended at so many places, we went everywhere, saw a lot of really cool events, but didn't really get to experience them because we were working the whole time. Yeah. Or we'd get to go out for a set or two and make sure the booth was going well. But it's this idea of just kind of chasing the vibe. So you go out with no real intent, and you just kind of see like, okay, like where is fate or luck taking me, or like, oh well, this person walked in front of me, so it turned me to the left, and I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
now
right?
I'm walking that way, and just see what happens. When you take sort of the laissez-faire, just go with the flow kind of approach, it's fun to be pleasantly surprised and see where it ends up. So that's kind of a fun little trick to do if you feel like, let's change it up, let's change the pace, let's just see what the festival has.
And also, I would say, like, when it gets to a point in the night where everyone's there, it's super crowded, don't get frustrated if someone shoulder checks you or someone's dancing in your space, because, you know, they're not intentionally trying to get all up in your grill. They're going their way. They might not be in a headspace to understand that they just got in your space, you know? So really try to keep a level head about that and remember that...
I would just like to say some people aren't trying to.
Yeah,
I remember
that's
one
true.
time, who was getting punched in the head and
What?
you went and saved him?
Punched in the head?
Like you guys
I've had
all
some
went
crazy,
together.
yeah. Well, the first one that I thought of when you said that, I thought you were going to talk about Calvin Harris at EDC a couple years ago.
Yeah.
This one girl just kept like pushing me and running into me, and we were like 10 feet from the front. I'm right behind you, you know, watch out. And she floating her arms back at me, like pushing to me. I was like, Mike, I'm going to lose it here. that happens in the club a lot more.
Yeah.
I ended bear hugging her.
No. That was at Dylan Francis in Vegas.
Now you're just talking about a pattern.
That was at Dylan Francis in
Now you're
Vegas.
talking about a pattern.
It was a bro.
Oh yeah,
It was a bro.
And he
in
was like
Vegas.
jumping on me and running, like, you know, intoxicated or not, the kid was just out of control and was just being ridiculous and rude and disrespectful and like bouncing, jumping on me, you know. And I started, not my finest moment, but I was getting pissed. Like after I told him a couple of times, like, yo, please, like, watch out, I'm standing here. I started shoving him back a little bit, and Mike's like, okay, you've had enough. Like, let's remove ourselves from the situation.
I'm a pacifist.
So if you get into, if you happen to get into that spot where like somebody is in control of themselves or like intentionally being disrespectful or rude when you're getting bullied, like just walk away. Like don't engage back. Just go find another spot, because there's plenty of spots. There's plenty of space at a festival. You don't have to be around someone that you don't want to be around.
I actually had a very similar situation happen. Not the tallest person ever. And I usually wear platforms to see the stage because I'm like 5'3", but this dude, like, really feeling like what I was doing, I was just like, I get really into dancing, and he started dancing with me. I was like, okay, this is cool, and then the drop comes and he starts jumping, and he shoves me like across, and I like take out like 3 other girls, and I'm on the ground.
Moshing.
What the hell just happened? And my friend David was like, oh, hell no, dude. Like, he's like, you're gonna push my homegirl like that? And I was like, no, it's fine. I don't think he realized that I'm very pushable.
That's
like,
so, oh my gosh.
And
Yeah.
he actually did feel really bad. He's like, wow, I didn't think you were gonna fly like that.
So sorry for moshing you unexpectedly.
And I'm like elbow height too. Like I remember I got a bloody nose at Escape 2 years ago because it was Excision or Datsik or something like that.
Of course.
And they started to drop the mosh pit song, and I was like, okay, fuck, duck and cover. Here it comes. And I was in a place where I couldn't move. I was trapped. And then this kid just like starts doing what you would see at like a punk show, and he just went.
Right.
I was like, oh, good thing I had fake blood everywhere anyway. You couldn't really tell that my nose was bleeding.
That's funny.
That's
That reminds me of our first event together. My first event ever was Hard Summer 2014, and basically what got all this started.
Yeah.
And we went with one of my girlfriends, or like met her there, CK. She's a boss. And, you know, we were maybe, 10, 15 feet from the stage the whole time. We got up there and we hardly ever left. I think I went to the bathroom one time, and it was like before Jack U was coming on, and I think it was their, you know, one of their beginning performances together, and you would just like, I'd get up on Mike's shoulders and there'd be 50,000 people behind us. And this was at Pomona, where it was in the grass, and you know, it was like super awesome. And anyways, Flosserdamus, first rave, I don't even know how I remember this stuff, but Flosserdamus came on, and all of a sudden it was just like mosh pits everywhere. And I remember at one point I got up on Mike, I think I was up on Mike's shoulders, and they were starting, and I like look around, and there's like 7 of them happening all by us, and CK just gets into one. She's just blowing people. She's like literally the most athletic one of the most athletic people I've ever met in my entire life. Volleyball player, super buff, and she's just punching guys like in this mosh pit. And I was a, you know, first time raver. I was, what is happening? You know, you don't know. I didn't expect mosh pits to be. I don't even know, but that was wild. I just remember how intense, like there was one on this side, Mike's protecting me on this side, one on this side, CK's like punching dudes on this side. I was like, oh my God, what's happening?
Okay, well, one of my biggest pet peeves about mosh pits is when people try to start mosh pits at sets that do not need a mosh pit. You know, like I understand if it's Floss or Dadsik or something. If it's like a house set or something, don't start a mosh pit. Everyone's feeling themselves, like getting all lovey-dovey and telling their friends how much they love you. No one wants to get hit in the back of the head by some guy's elbow. Don't do that.
Save it for the right DJ.
Yeah, save it for the bass.
Dude, I am maybe I'm just too much of a libertarian on it, because for me, I'm like, dude, if the guy's feeling his bows at Don Diablo, let him throw his bows. Like, is that bad? Honestly, like, I really feel that, and I don't know if I was at a house show and I really felt like throwing bows.
Hashtag
but where's the respect come in for other people?
But what about respecting the guy's right to be able to throw bows where he wants?
Okay,
yeah,
but is he hitting anyone?
Okay, if he's not hitting anyone, that's fine.
He's just going like up on himself.
Okay, so
like,
you're talking about specifically
literally
he's jumping into other people.
Yeah, yes. He's trying to start a mosh pit.
He's trying to start a mosh pit at Duke Dumont, and you're like, stop it.
Yeah, nobody else wants this right now.
What
that's
about
where the respect. That's the respect for
that's
other
a fine
people.
line.
We get it.
You know,
okay,
that's respect
I'll
for
back.
other
I'll back
people.
down. I'll back down on this one. I'll back down.
Now, if he's just literally just throwing punches at the air, hard style, let him be. Yeah. Whatever. But if you're getting up on other people and you're trying to hurt and inflict moshing on other people when they don't want it, that's
not cool.
Yeah, not cool.
That's not cool.
That's like a respect line, you know? You don't cross that.
Yeah, don't cross that line, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Even, I don't care how bro you are, don't cross that line.
Yeah, don't let your bro
What if he just had 2 scoops of pre-workout?
Yeah, then it's acceptable.
Then it's fine.
Yeah, as long as he shares with everyone else.
Yeah, as long as he gets everyone on the same level.
Alright, cool. I did want to say one thing too, as far as where you're gonna rage.
Where you're gonna rage.
Where if you do see a person, what happened to you, like smaller, if you're a guy and you see smaller like women around you or smaller dudes around you, whatever. Yeah, don't start getting aggressive because they're really at a disadvantage.
Yeah, be aware of your surroundings.
What are they supposed to do? So I'll leave it at that.
As best as possible. Be aware of your surroundings.
Spatial awareness is key at these things.
Yeah,
for sure.
If you're a first time raver and you experience these kinds of things, you know, like, alter that with plur. You know, really try and live it while you're there. People are not going to. So, you know, like not everyone at a rave is plur. Just because it's a rave doesn't mean it's plur. But spread that as much as you can because that's what keeps the scene, you know, positive and loving and happy, and like that's what keeps us going. So if you're a first time raver, make sure that you show peace, love, unity, and respect to everybody, no matter what, to the best of your abilities.
Yes. And side note on that, this is one of the only times besides Halloween that it's acceptable to accept candy from strangers.
True.
But really, at a rave, they're not strangers. They're just friends you haven't met yet.
I love it. It's truth.
Thank you guys for listening to our tips and tricks for the first time Ravers Guide to the Galaxy. If you have any other tips and tricks that you'd like to add, go ahead and drop that comment down there, and we'll try to work it into future episodes. Thank you guys for listening, and a good night.